my God, why is Tyga in trouble again for unpaid rent and damages?
In that news, now my question is, how is he even renting under his name anymore? Like when if you're a landlord and you do your little research, like the second you're like, wait, you're Tyga.
So the story is Tyga's former landlord is suing him for over $32,000 in unpaid rent and damages from April. The landlord claimed Tyga left thousands of dollars worth of damage, including gouges in the kitchen's white oak flooring, marble flooring, counters, and damaged walls with murals and wallpaper, according to documents. He didn't stop there. The landlord also claimed he didn't stop there. The landlord also claims that there was a basketball hoop installed without his permission. The hoop resulted in leaving the driveway damaged. It just seems like he's always just sued for unpaid something.
Why doesn't he have his own house at this point? Because I'm like, you're always in LA. Like, why don't you just purchase a home? Like, if you're able to get like the credits and the leases and stuff, you can get a mortgage. You could buy something outright, probably. You know what? He don't want to tear up his own house. He just go to other people's houses and tear it up. But I don't know, like, why don't you have like a manager, a patsy? Like, you got to have some type of patsy on staff that can sign up and mess they credit up behind your nonsense. I don't get it. I don't know who keeps renting to him. I'm sure hotels are, well, you know what? He probably always at these little rentals because hotels are like, no, you're banned from the chain.
I forgot his real name. Because it doesn't put Tyga on there, but I just don't hear anything about his music. I just hear about the parties he's throwing and the damage and fees and court. He's more synonymous with court than music. Crazy.
He needs to write a song about eviction and partying. Party till you're thrown out. Party till you're thrown out. Come on.
Oh my God. All you need is a beat and maybe one verse. You got it. Party till you're thrown out. Party till you're thrown out. It's that easy to make a song these days.
I mean, the bar is not high because Nene's Honey is low-key my Instagram live intro music now. Well, let's open with Beyonce's new Ivy Park line in black and gold. She's still trying to peddle them little biker shorts and they still don't look good. I'm sorry.
I'm excited.
Are you going to get anything from it?
I want that hoodie. I want a black and gold hoodie. I mean, if you're from New Orleans, I mean, black and gold, it's a no-brainer. Also, if you're an alpha, it's a no-brainer as well. I'm not an alpha, y'all. I'm just saying that, I'm sure alpha would be interested in that too. I like the dark colors, so.
I'm an alpha male, so maybe I'll find something better looking.
Yeah, I saw I saw a bunch of the pieces, but there was the hoodie that I wanted. That's all I want. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like $80 or $90, but if they don't have it online, then I'm not gonna stress about it. So I guess we can get into our first topic. This happened early in the week. Apparently it was Black Twitter versus Keke Palmer. And I love Keke Palmer, but this is what I saw when I scrolled because it was nothing to me. So the tweet was, imagine if your EBT card could only work on healthy items. Now, initially what I thought that meant was, okay, so people uptown in Harlem, Washington Heights, what have you, like maybe the poor, they don't have access to like stores like Whole Foods or where they can get fresh vegetables or something like that. Maybe back in the day. Now there's a Whole Foods in Harlem. But, back in the day, I would understand that. They would have all the like good shit, all like healthy foods downtown. So that's how I took it as. I'm guessing people took it a different way than I did. They took it as she was shaming the poor and telling them like, oh no, you can't buy a bag of Doritos with this. You can only buy some broccoli with your EBT card. Like they took it like that.
I would also say there are still a lot of food deserts in poor minority areas out there. So I do feel like she should have watched how she quote. And if that was what she meant, then she should have said, I wish that EBT had a better program to get fresh foods and vegetables to the people that needed them. That's what she should have said, because I'll still say, like, I left New York, what, 9 months ago? We weren't in a food desert, but it was still something of a trek to get to that Whole Foods, and your EBT card isn't gonna go as far with them high ass prices. So there are a lot of nuances to, even if you wanted to buy all fresh fruits and vegetables with your EBT and you want to go to Whole Foods and get the best quality, your benefits aren't going to go as far as they would at a C-town. So it's not like people really have that kind of option. Like, you go to Whole Foods, you're paying more. Yes, it's great quality, but are your benefits going to go up because you go into Whole Foods? They're going to be like, oh, well, this is Whole Foods. Or is it going to swipe and it's like, okay, well, we're the government, so we're going to pay you $1 for this apple rather than the $2.49 you want.
So there was like a firestorm. So some people basically took it as like, oh, well, who are you to police what someone else does with their benefits? Or they made it seem like she was saying poor people wouldn't be poor if they stopped acting like they were so broke or something like that. I don't think people only saw the EBT tweet. They didn't see what she was tweeting before it, which was, why is healthy food so expensive? So what she should have said was, it should be with EBT cards, healthy food is at a discounted price, I think, or something like that. But she was tweeting. I didn't think anything of it, but the memes were hilarious.
They went in on her. I was like, ooh, they getting her together today. And I mean, people were tweeting these articles about, you know, how exactly what you said, that poor people should be able to still eat and enjoy food like everybody else. And that's absolutely right. And I think that she was well-meaning, and she's definitely been out there doing the work. So I don't think that she's that ignorant. I just think that it was a series of tweets. People didn't read it. And then she's like, wait, what? This wasn't even the conversation, but everybody want to be mad. So y'all can be mad. That's not even what we were talking about. And that's why I'm very careful. And I preface everything. I'm like, now hold on, before you try to run off with this, let's go on and address everything, because people love to get angry. Now, Keke ain't done shit to nobody, but they sure did jump on her like Nene jumped on Claudia with all 4 hooves.
Yes. People be waiting for celebs to slip. Like, they be waiting in the trenches.
With a Birdman hand rub. They be waiting. Come on, heifer, come on.
It just really sucks how you can be like in today and out tomorrow, like canceled just like that. And people try to, even if you're like well liked, because everybody likes Keke, you know? But people just be waiting.
I feel like we're also very raw right now. And I think that it is time for the wealthy to kind of be quiet and keep your money to yourself. And like, rich people's opinions right now need to come with checks and a lot of activism, or shh. So let's talk about Usual Wines, the wine for the modern drinker. Each bottle is 6.3 ounces, a heavy pour or about a glass and a half of wine. No more pouring wine down the sink when you don't want to finish the bottle. Because of the single-serve format and bottle design, Usual is always fresh. No more flat bubbly or stale rosé. These wines are low carbs and have 0 grams of sugar. Usual has a red blend, rosé, and sparkling white called Brut. They also have limited production Brut Rosé just for the summer. Usual wines are made from world-class AVAs, American viticultural areas, in California, such as Napa Valley, Sonoma, and Santa Barbara. And they're made with minimal intervention, 0 sugar, and 0 additives.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but don't grapes contain sugar? To clarify, all Usual wines are produced using natural, sustainable grapes harvested every fall. These grapes are picked at optimal ripeness to ensure all sugar will be fermented completely until the wines are dry with no residual sugar. All that is left over is delicious, clean wine. The process of fermentation happens when natural yeasts eat the naturally occurring sugar in the grapes. In goes sugar, out comes alcohol. Some winemakers will purposely end fermentation early to keep a little sugar in the wine. Usual wines are fermented until no more sugars are in the wine. This ensures the wines are as dry as possible and lower in calories. So the wine that I got the mixed pack. And it comes with the red, the rosé, and the brut. And I love that it like has a single serving options. I love the single serving packaging. It's so convenient and the packaging is so cute. What I love the most is the rosé. It's crisp, it's easy to drink, and it has notes of like strawberry, rose petal, and rhubarb. Usual Wines has a special holiday product coming early November, Usual Reserve. It's an ultra premium limited edition Mount Veeder Cabernet Sauvignon. Introducing Usual Reserve. This is their most special wine yet, just in time for the holidays. Hailing from one of the most celebrated plots of land in all of Napa, this Cabernet Sauvignon is concentrated and rich with just enough grip. Give it to someone special or keep it all for yourself. I know I probably will. The holidays as usual. Go check out their website at www.usualwines.com and use our discount code ROAST for $8 off your first order and try your first glass on us. Again, that's usualwines.com and use our discount code ROAST for $8 off your first order and try your first glass on us. Again, that's www.usualwines.com and use our discount code ROAST for $8 off your first order. So, right. And speaking of that, it's a perfect segue into another celebrity that put their foot in their mouth. A big foot too. I love Eva Longoria. I thought she always does the work. She's a humanitarian. I know, but I'm just saying, give me a second. Now see, I didn't even see the whole Twitter backlash, but I was watching the news and I saw her on there. And then I was just, on my computer and then my ears perked up. I was like, what did she say? I had to rewind it. And she said it with so much conviction, like, oh yeah, minority women were great, and I know Black women, they did what they had to do, but it was the Latinas. It was the Latinas that was the real superheroines, the Latinas. And I was just like, damn, did she really just like marginalize Black women's heart?
With Texas and Florida as blood red as they are, you're gonna open your orifice to say that?
I was very disappointed.
You see, I would say this. Y'all could have been equals. It could have been equal Black and Latina women. It would have been beautiful because we'd have the Senate and we'd be both sitting back like this. Stacey Abrams, that is how you do it. Where were you in Texas at the rallies? Because I was watching Biden's drive-through rallies. You could have done a whole Desperate Housewives thing. Felicity ain't got shit to do, and she sure needs some positive press and promo right now. Where the fuck were you? I saw Black women here, there, and everywhere, on the ticket, off the ticket, organizing. And you gonna say that? With your numbers, if you ain't got 90%, shut up. This is Black women's moment, and I am not going to allow you or Desperate Housewives to take it away from us. You are out of your mind. You honestly, this was the time to say we have to step up. They've shown us how to do it, but oh no, not you. You and your limp hair got on TV and said that.
Right, and I'm glad Kamala Harris made a specific tweet shouting out specifically to Black women. She did retract her statement, but I didn't like the second time she did. The second time she did it on Twitter, she said that, oh, what I really meant. I was like, no, girl, you meant it. You meant it. She went on the news the next day and really cleaned it up, and I accept her apology because, people learn, and, she said something that was not a fact, but I don't want her to be like, oh, no, what I really meant. Nope, you meant it. You meant it. You just fucked up. That's all. But I'm a forgiving person. She's not, what's that chick's name? The dried face, look like the Crypt Keeper. Her daughter hates her.
Kellyanne Conway.
Now, see, that bitch is unforgivable. But even though she's still doing the work, and you can do the work.
Wait, now let the audience laugh at that one. I agree.
I'm saying, Eva, she deserves a little roast here, but I forgive her, but that's all. So we got some breaking news. Officially, Joe Biden has won Georgia, so Georgia is officially a blue state, and the Electoral College is finished. So the final score is 306 to 232, which is the exact number that he beat Hillary in 2016.
That's what I call a landslide.
Yeah, he said it was a landslide. So yeah, you a loser, baby. You a loser.
We have more breaking news.
What?
The Real Housewives of Potomac reunion has finished filming. It filmed for 11 hours and it's going to be 4 parts.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like Andy said he might, but I told him not to do. Please don't. I hope they don't do it.
I mean, they're going to have the boring parts of the season. Then I feel like there's enough meat where we've got Fabricia in the hot seat. We've got the breakdown of the fight between Monique and Candace. Then we've got the fight between Chris and Michael on the horizon.
I just don't see it needing to be 4 parts.
Well,
like 3, but
I mean, Atlanta's been doing 4 parts for a while.
It was just one season they did 4 parts.
Really, it feels like it's all of them, but maybe they're just so tedious. 3 feels like 4.
And I remember the rage you had that they have 4 parts. You wanted to whip Andy Cohen's ass. I definitely remember that. I can't believe Housewives of Atlanta is coming in 2 weeks. It's so crazy.
I can. They're a month late.
Yeah, I heard they had to stop production though. I hope they don't push it back.
They probably won't push it back because they're probably towards the end of the season. But yeah, I think they had to stop for 2 weeks or something because one of the crew came down with it.
Can you let me know, can you inform me of Scottie Pippen's ex-wife and the whole hoopla that's going on? Because I intentionally ignored the story.
I have never heard such a fuss over an old hoe. You are 46 years old explaining what you're doing with your vagina. At 46, you don't need to do that. At 46, you fuck who you move on. I'm sorry, you are doing some little girl 22-year-old shit. This is Jordan Woods going on Red Table Talk. Now at 23, that's necessary. At 46, when you've been married to a head from Easter Island, girl, nobody cares. We know it. Okay, you fucked Tristan Thomas first. Woo-hoo. Y'all are all some skanky pass around penis ass hoes. You know, you like the dick is good, girl, you go on and try it. Now I'll do that with a pie, but not with a penis.
Well, all right.
That's what it seemed to be for me. She seemed to be trying to clear her name. And she was like, I'd never try to destroy the Kardashians. Of course not. You were a hanger-on. You've always been a hanger-on. Again, the only thing famous about you is Pippen. You know, you married a big ugly. You hung around. You got with the Kardashians. You try to look younger than you do. You don't look bad, but you old. You Evelyn Lozada. At least Evelyn, she get a picture with her man, but she ain't running around with the Kardashians. It's sad when Evelyn Lozada is more mature than you. Evelyn Lozada ain't getting out here explaining what she doing with her pussy. We know what she doing with it. She making her coin, living her life. Exactly. She petting it, she beating it up. I mean, she was beating that like a dirty rug. Chris Brown is on OnlyFans now. Do you think he's going to be like Tiger and just start fucking in front of us? I could see it. His concert revenue is down for the next year and they are making money.
Is that where we're at right now? I just don't like it when famous people get on OnlyFans. Leave it to the sex workers. If you ain't about to do no real sex work, then leave that to the people that need the money. Y'all don't need that OnlyFans money.
Clearly they do. For lack of better expression, they've got a big monthly nut.
You wait for the sirens, please. So I know the OnlyFans were the perfect segue, but I just want to say from the last story that it just fascinates me that there's people in line or just jump to be in line to be accessories to the Kardashians, especially Black people, including a Jordan Sparks or even the Tristans and the Chris's and the Corey Gamble doing splits, they're just people in line just to be their accessories.
I would say it's because one, look at Drea. Drea was able to put her mint swim with the Kardashian brand and that's sales. I think people are trying to get their brand up. They know they can get an Instagram boutique, a quick $1 million and a free fur.
I guess it's all about being on the winning team, I guess.
I mean, Jordan Woods was able to get away from them, and she's still, on her rise. And the thing is, we still don't know what she actually does. Is she an actress? Is she a singer? Or does she just take pictures? I guess she just takes pictures.
I was
Jordan
about to say
Woods.
Jordan Sparks.
We ain't thought about Jordan Sparks in so damn long. You know what? Chris Brown made you think of her, No Air, and her career is getting no air. She's in that like good, ambiguously racial America Ferrera, Jordan Sparks, American Idol era, and we forgot about all them heifers.
A little bit, yeah. Y'all, so it's never too early to start gift shopping for the holidays, especially because today you can save big on a gift they'll use every day. Raycon wireless earbuds. Now, I use these earbuds literally every day. It is sleek. I love the color. Of course, you can get it in like so many different colors. I have them in like when I'm like, doing dishes, when I'm walking to the grocery store. It blocks out all the noise, crying kids, sirens, etc. It's just such a joy to have. And with seamless Bluetooth pairing and a comfortable noise isolating fit, you can start listening right away and keep listening for hours. The audio quality is amazing, comparable to what you get from other premium brands, except Raycons start at half the price. So this holiday season, get them something they can use for calls, for music, or work or play, at home or on the go. Or pick up a pair for yourself. Trust me, you're gonna use them every day.
Go to buyraycon.com/roast today to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. But hurry, this offer is available for a limited time only, and you don't want to miss it. That's buyraycon.com/roast to unlock up to 20% off your Raycons. Buyraycon.com/roast.
So, Waiting to Exhale is getting a TV series. So Terry McMillan announced via Twitter that Waiting to Exhale would be put into like a series, and it's going to be produced by Lee Daniels. I got scared at first, but he's producing it.
No!
He's not writing it.
I don't want him touching it.
Well, he's just producing it. Like when I got nervous, but he's not writing or directing. So that at least that's a thing. I know you can't stand him.
Not after what he did to those girls.
Right.
Those girls will never get their final season, their closeout movie. It just ended with the stupidest cliffhanger. Sissy Daniels.
I blame Sissy Small-Yehi.
I blame them both. Is this really necessary?
I don't think so, but it can be good. Like, Soul Food turned into like a series and it was pretty popular.
Okay. They're not going to bring back any of the original actresses. I feel like they did it. You're right. They did it with Soul Food. They did it with Boomerang. So they probably going to do it with Two Can Play at That Game. So I guess, get your coin, Terry. License your name and get your coin.
Are you a witch? You see that? It just came on the screen. That's so weird. It's Tara McMillan's intellectual property too, so she can do what she wants with it. She can make it a cartoon if she wanted to. I'm not sure where your fucks are for this, but the Super Bowl just announced their headliner, and it's the ambulance. It's the ambulance outside. That's who's headlining. It's The Weeknd.
Do we even care about sports this year? Like, have they even been playing? Like, I hear they've been playing, and somebody catches it, and they got to stop the game. Like, I didn't know we even cared about football this year. Ain't nobody going. There's no parties. There's no Super Bowl gatherings. The strippers gonna go broke, because this is when they get in the black. They was supposed, they was gonna bust it down at Club Spade or Ace of Diamond.
Well, strip clubs are still open in Florida, Georgia, and Texas.
Well, that explains why we have over 1 million cases in Texas.
Yes, but we don't care about football, but a lot of other people do. But I definitely don't care about this headliner. His music doesn't do it for me. People still watch. So I think he's going to add some other people to make people to watch.
Probably Cardi B.
Ariana Grande, probably.
Maybe both.
He doesn't have a song with Cardi B.
They could do a little WAP, he could get on the WAP verse with a little background vocal.
Maybe WAP on NFL Super Bowl. Okay.
Oh,
I
that's
know what happened to Janet. Oh my God, I said the word. Oh my God. Your head's probably gonna explode. Boom. Janet.
you saw how I just stopped short, right?
Oh, that just reminded me. I was doing my Potomac review, and I was like, if she do these damn degrees one more time. And then everyone was under my comments like, oh, Chris just had a closed mouth, chunky hill moment. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I did, but I really got angry when she kept bringing up her degrees. That's all.
Everybody did. I mean, you saw the whole table. They were just like, oh God. I really the thing is, there is nothing wrong with being educated, nothing at all. Get your education, be smart, be informed, know about the world around you, never stop asking questions. But you don't have to hit people over the head with your accomplishments. It's like Monique only said, I have 4 homes when she was asked, are you homeless? That's the only time. She's never walked around saying, I have 4 homes. She invited you to her lake home. I ain't heard about them other 2.
And that's the thing. I don't know why people keep bringing up Monique's flex of having 4 homes when she was like Giselle tried to shade her and say you're homeless. You're homeless. Like she's like, oh no, baby, I have 4 homes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last time she said it.
Last time, the thing is, it rings in the ears because it was such a. Now check that. That wasn't a read. That was a fact.
Right. Like some people, you just have to let them know what time it is. Like honk the horn on their ass.
And the thing is, she asked, do you homes? So no, I'm not homeless. I have 4 homes. You asked. I was not going to tell you how many homes I had. I said I was looking for a home in town. You could have taken it to, oh, what type of home are you looking for? How many bedrooms do you need? How many kids do you have? Just made it a nice, fun, light conversation. But no, oh, you're homeless?
Right. So you can leave this in if you want. I want to tell you a little story. I was talking to a gentleman on an app, and we were getting to know each other, and I think he was trying to shade me because I was telling people, like, I'm pretty sure you have a time telling people like what you do, and people have a hard time believing that that's all you need to do. So he tried to say, oh, you're a blogger, or like, oh, I'm sorry, like a blogger. So what else do you do besides that? And I was like, oh, okay, well, for one, I did work at a fine dining restaurant, but because of the pandemic, I also am a co-host on a successful YouTube show, as well as I work as a content creator for another podcast, a genetics podcast. And also, if you want, you can Google Holly Berry Thriller Wig and look at the first thing that pops up. And also, I can send you this New York Times podcast to watch, because then you can see the other podcasts that I work on too. So yeah, sometimes you just got to honk the horn on people.
It is weird to tell people like you do this for a living. I tell people I'm a video editor. Like when I'm first getting to know you, I just tell you I'm a video editor, and I don't let you see the camera I would say until we're like maybe 3 or 4 weeks in, like a couple of dates, and you seem like you actually gonna hang around, then I will let you in. But like we're getting to know each other, so we're not talking about work.
Right. But then I tell people like, oh, I just finished filming a video, and this guy thought, oh, what videos? And then they just automatically think OnlyFans. I'm like, no, sweetie, that's not my brand. No, shade to the sex workers or people that show nudity a lot. I just think I can do another avenue and be successful in that. That's all.
It's unconventional. It shows that you have your shit together. It shows how much you believe in yourself. It shows that you can entertain. It's like, it's showing, hey, I have a table to bring. I definitely had a guy, say, "Oh, is that all you do?" I was like, "I'm sending myself back to school on this. What do you mean, is that all I do? Like, I'm going to college from the business I've already grown. Like, I've been doing stand up for 10 years. Like, what do you mean, is this all I do? Is that all you do? Because my income goes up every year. Is yours? Or do you have a ceiling? You're going to hit about that 90, that 120,000, that's going to be it."
And it's 2020. Like, not everyone has like a conventional 9 to 5 or a desk to sit at, you know? Like, it's like I can have multiple streams of income and it can be just as good as a 9 to 5. So I don't know. I just think that's crazy to like try to judge people on that.
I have just stopped caring, and the only thing I care about is the audience and the numbers.
So did you hear about the woman that was arrested at a Chick-fil-A for posing as an FBI agent in order to give free food?
That's the article I had just pulled up. We are psychically linked today or something. It's funny because it's lunchtime and they don't have Chick-fil-A here, so I'm hungry. I'm just like, really? Like, I will say, like, you were right about Vegas. There was no reason to leave. You could order everything in the world.
Yes, y'all would hear everything. I was so pleased. But yeah, I kind of can sympathize because Chick-fil-A is that good. But to the point where you're walking in threatening to arrest people if they don't give you like free food. But the official story is she told Chick-fil-A workers in Dallas she was a federal agent and would have them arrested if they didn't give her free food, according to local police. She demanded free meals from Chick-fil-A several times throughout the past week, culminating with her arrest in early November. Her behavior made the restaurant staff suspicious, and they eventually contacted police. Oh man. They confronted her in the parking lot of the Chick-fil-A. And then she told the arresting officer she was a federal agent and that her credentials were electronic.
I want to know, was she, or there's a lot of audacity there, but it could be a toss up because I'm like, it sounds like.
Right. I don't know. It oozes of privilege too, just walking in and just thinking, you know. I think it was the part of threatening to arrest people if they didn't give you free food.
That's.
Yes, that part.
AMC Theaters is now allowing you to rent out movie theaters for $99 to watch old movies and $149 to watch new for up to 20 people.
Oh, well, that's not bad actually. Like you get a couple people and like make a night of it. I think that's a cute idea.
I like it, but they want you to buy stuff from their concessions. And I'm like,
I'm not about to buy a $15 order of nachos.
Exactly. It's like, that's how you went out of business to begin with, boo.
Yeah, they are struggling. Like they're about to close, like AMC. But I mean, kudos to them for coming up with different ideas.
I mean, they may as well start renting the theaters out since ain't nobody going. I'm not going to a movie theater again until it's mine. Like when I'll put a little theater room in my house, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I can honestly see it like maybe opening back in New York, maybe in April.
Who's gonna want to go though? Like you got like people already weren't going to the movies. Now I don't think they're gonna be able to browbeat people back in. People gonna be like, I'll wait till it comes out on DVD or
I don't
DVR.
know. Like even now, like people want to go to the restaurants and restaurants are packed, and y'all see that they're like going back on curfews.
I
Like now in New York, everything goes at 10.
I saw people eating inside yesterday through a window. I just wanted to take a picture, like I was at a zoo looking at the stupids. I mean, they've been saying for 6 months, you get it if you eat inside. And these people was just eating inside. Like, I know it's a little
Well,
chilly out, but really?
to be fair, it's been 25% capacity inside. So it's like You can't have a full restaurant inside.
I was there. I saw 2 tables too many. And then you got the workers in there. And then they've been dealing with people all day, just breathing in there, just getting a good cloud virus. Oh, hell no. Out the fuck side. If it ain't outside, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to hear shit else about inside. One-hit wonder Blueface of Bust Down Tatiana fame is renting out his mansion on Airbnb for 6,000 sisters. Shout out to Kalina.
I don't think I got that reference, but I mean, everyone's trying to find a stream of income right now, including like the rich. So,
oh, the base rate for one night is $2,500. Let's see, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I'm sorry, $2,500 a night for a 3-bedroom. That better be in heaven.
And you said it was a mansion, right?
A mansion. I don't know how a mansion has 3 bedrooms.
Huh.
A 3-bedroom is a nice house. A 5-bedroom and up is a mansion, and you still need at least 6 baths. And he had an OnlyFans, so he's, he's working it. But again, he's probably got a high monthly nut.
I don't want to hear that word.
Is it like moist?
Oh my God, yeah. This is from Media Takeout.
Oh Lord.
Cynthia Bailey unhappy about Giselle Bryant's wedding remarks. Allegedly, she's upset about remarks made by Giselle Bryant about her wedding. Giselle claims she left Cynthia's wedding early after guests began to remove their masks. She said she was nervous, but she saw people eating and drinking, and that's when she got a little nervous.
Well, I'd say this. If you were invited to a 250-person wedding and you knew there was a sit-down dinner, why did you go if you knew people were going to have to take off their masks to eat and drink? Did you think they were going to do it through the mask? Is that what you thought, Gabrissi? And the truth is, you said that so you could throw attention away from the fact that you were at this wedding alone. Where was Jamal? You didn't even go see him after the wedding. You lied and told Andy you did, but the internet sleuths found out he was in Baltimore, all the way in Baltimore. He was with the baby mamas having big fun, while you were alone at that big wedding. So you like anything to draw attention from the fact that you don't have a wedding on the horizon. You want to talk about Cynthia's wedding. Where's your wedding? Where's your boyfriend? Where's your date? Where's your acquaintance? Child, the only people that mess with you is your children, and they can't wait to get out of that barn.
Surprised he didn't go with her, and it was in ATL, so where was he? I don't think that's a real relationship.
No, he was in Baltimore. He was in Baltimore to be away from her. Do you want to be around Gabrissi? He did this so that way she wouldn't up his child support, and that's all there is to it.
So while we're on Housewives, let's discuss your thoughts on Salt Lake City. Did they deliver or did they not? I'll let you go first.
It was a great show. Some of the women are a little likable. Some of them are a little elk-like. Some of them, a lot of them have really limp hair and a poor understanding of the world around them. Let's go by the numbers. Jen is interesting, and I love her honest approach to race. No holds barred. It's like, it's not hammering, but it's also like, this is what it is. Refreshing, I would say. So I like her the most. And her kid is cute. Her husband is cute. I'm like, okay, good for you. The elk looking one, who owns the beauty supply. Heather. Yeah, and I'm gonna call it a beauty supply. Her hair is an issue. Those high neck shirts are an issue, but her personality seems nice, other than she cares about what that poor heifer thinks. Now let's talk about the heifer from Jersey, the limp-haired heifer with the ugly husband, although a lot of these husbands are ugly. Her house gave me a Sheree Whitfield tea. It was one step above air mattresses on the floor. I want to know why it was so dark.
Her name is Lisa.
The limp-haired heifer.
Tequila heifer.
Oh, that's the tequila heifer. They didn't look like they had tequila money. and tequila high, so I expected more from that house, but maybe because it was in the morning. But them kids' rooms, I'm like, y'all supposed to have money and decorations, and them kids' rooms was
Pretty
gray,
bare.
bare, gray, black. Them little pictures, like they was like, let me give you a little bit of decoration. I ain't gonna like. I know Alex is watching, so we can't have rugless, artless, plantless. So we gonna put that little thing on that headboard. But them little rooms to go. That wasn't even rooms to go. Them was some renter center kids' beds. Then we got Whitney, the one who got kicked out the church. And she's been with her man for 10 years, but apparently they was married, then they cheated, then they stayed with each other for 10 years. So I'm like, okay, I don't know how she's supposed to be interesting, but she seems to be the run and tell, that the bone carrier, because she ran and told FFTF that girl was having that party for Meredith, and FFTF didn't think she was going to be invited. Now, last and least.
Oh, no, you forgot Meredith.
Oh, Meredith. I mean, well, Meredith, I like Meredith. If her husband leaves her, I might ask her husband out to dinner. I mean, he already got a gay son, so it ain't gonna be that much of a leap. So I love their gay son. Their gay son is the star. Brooks is the star. Brooks has his Instagram already to sell his little clothes. He got his boutique coming soon, and I bet you it's going to be sooner than Sheree Spring Summer. But he's going to come out this season, because you can't tell that he's out on his Instagram. But he's going to come out this season, so I'm looking forward to the supportive mom plot line. So I fuck with Meredith for that. Now, last and least, and I do mean least.
I immediately knew what FFTF stood for in the beginning of your video. I was like, I knew immediately.
I was like, those in the know will get it.
Right. Mary.
So yes, FFTF is Faith Fuck the Family from Soul Food. And she married her step-grandfather. She kind of said she was willed to him, or he was willed to her. I don't know. It's treating people like property, and I ain't really down with that, especially when it's Black people. But she married him to get her grandmother's inheritance, her step-grandpapa. They said Morgan Freeman did it. Morgan Freeman did not do it. That story was debunked. But people say rich people do weird stuff. You know what? And it's weird. Weird, odd, like off-putting. And also, she doesn't seem very nice.
I'd say it's brave of her to be on that show, though, knowing, that she has someone that she married that, she was related to, technically.
And then he looks like Jabba the Hutt. He ain't even...
So my thoughts, the episode, I was pleasantly surprised, maybe because my expectations were so low. I do like Jen. I like her family. I think she is trying too hard to be the queen bee, but she's meant to be on TV. And of course, I see why she's in the middle. I like Heather. I didn't realize that so many people was going after her looks. She reminds me of one of my homegirls in Atlanta where I used to party all the time with. So I kind of just had a soft spot for her. Those two other women look too much alike. I don't know how I'm going to review it going forward. Thing 1 and thing 2, the twin white women, don't know. I like Whitney and Mary. I just think she good for the show. I don't necessarily like her, but I think this is way better than OC. I think this is what OC wants to be. I think it has some good scandalous mess that is going to be really good.
She married her step-grandfather, and she said, you'll get over it. Just digest it. I'm not digesting that, not even with an Alka-Seltzer and a gas axe. No, I'm not putting that in my mouth. You might put it in your mouth. I'm not putting it in mine.
Speaking of, when she said that,
there's nothing wrong with dating older men, as long as they wasn't fucking your grandma. I'ma say
right.
that.
I didn't appreciate what she said in her confessional about Jen's aunt. Like, if I would have saw that, I would have went up to her door and whipped her ass. Like, she just was basically like, oh, well, why is she getting her legs cut off? Like, her diet should have been better. She should have drank some water. What she want me to do? Oh, I would have, I would have whipped her ass if I was her.
Jen, I'm gonna need you to see her for that at the reunion, because that was out of bounds and over the line. That was disgusting, especially as how like look at your husband. Look at your husband. I don't know if he's gonna keep both his feet till the end of the week, and you gonna open your mouth with that pregnancy belly? Is he carrying quadruplets? And you want to open your mouth about somebody's diet when you feeding him 2 spoons of sugar every night to make sure the medicine go down? You out here, girl.
And you said it right. Like, if you married your step grandfather, you should have nothing to say about anyone. I really like stuck to that. Like, that's a very good point.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, but you fuck after your grandma. So how is anything that you say valid? You're touched in the head. You wanted to get too close to incest. All the men in the world, all the men with money, if you wanted to marry for money, you had to marry in the family. You couldn't have found no other rich pastor? Really? And then what, was you sitting around waiting for your grandma to die so you could get on your granddaddy dick? Nah, heifer, you ain't got nothing to say to anybody ever in your whole wide life. Shut your mouth. Close your legs to your grandparents. Close your legs to elderly relatives. Every time you open your mouth, that's all I would say. And that's the eternal read. Even if you divorce him, you had a child by your step grandfather. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that to your kid? And then you came on TV and let people know, girl, you see, it's like, no, the thing is, you can say, do you have anything else to say? Nope, because that's the point in the issue. We don't have to say anything else. We're going to stay on that. Like, you stay on your granddaddy dick, we gonna stay on you about it. I swear for God, you'll get over it. Maybe they did in Utah, but girl.
I say I will see you sooner than the next siren that comes past my fucking apartment.
And I'll see you sooner than Mary sees another man other than her grandfather.
You will not let her live.
I sure won't. I sure won't.
It's gonna be a long season. It could be You're gonna bring that up every single episode.
Only when she opens her mouth when she shouldn't.
Okay.
If she knows how to act, I'm gonna leave her alone. If she's in the right, she's in the right. But when you're in the wrong or you want to judge someone, your judgment must be called into question. That's how I review. You know, when Kenya's in the right, I may read the braille on her face. It's like, you know what, girl, you right. That makes sense. But when when she's acting like she's married, but we don't see this husband, then she wants to pretend that he's asking for alimony when we've never seen a marriage license. At the reunion, you could have pulled a Joselina Hernandez and said, oh, I got it right in my purse. No, but you didn't, because you're not married and he can't get alimony. Also, you've been married for, about 15 minutes now, so he'd only be entitled to maybe 12 months at best. Girl, he left you because you're insufferable. And honestly, he was never with you because you're insufferable. Well, we'll see.
I will see you soon. Bye.